Tonight from the Bison Homes Museum, it's the positive side of sports and entertainment, live from the Verve Zone Studios. With the National League Cy Young candidate, San Francisco Giants pitcher Tim Lincecum. Tonight's entertainment feature with Cincinnati Reds pitcher Bronson Arroyo. And former NBA sharpshooter Eddie Johnson. And tonight, we find out, where's Rita? All this and more tonight from the Bison Homes Museum, from the Verve Zone Studios. It's the positive side of sports and entertainment. Welcome to another edition of the positive side of sports and entertainment. I'm your host, Roy Garibaldi, with my partner, Scott Passmore. And you know, Scott, we're always talking about being at the beautiful Bison Homes Museum here in Scottsdale, where our Verve Zone Studios are located.
And the good thing, next to this guy, even you look good out here.
You know what? I'm glad we're next to that big bison. Makes me look a little bit thinner.
Hey, we've got a great show coming up. Got to talk sports. And can you believe basketball is already here?
It's hard to believe. We've already had our first week of training camp with the Suns, and Eddie Johnson is going to bring us up to date on what to look for this year.
Looking forward to that. And then also we're going to be talking baseball. Do you think there's a chance that Webby could win another Cy Young Award?
Well, if he does, Scott, it'll be 2 out of the last 3 years. But a lot of people are also talking about the San Francisco Giants pitcher, Tim Lincecum. You know what? All kidding aside, we've joked around that this young man doesn't shave, looks like he gets dropped off at the stadium by one of his parents, probably left his skateboard at the front door. But let me just tell you something. They say he's as athletic as any player that they've ever seen step on the field. I'm talking about Tim Lincecum. And you know what? I'm telling you, first time I walked in the clubhouse and saw you, I thought you were one of the clubbies. I thought you were one of the bat boys. How many times have you heard that?
A couple times. I mean, I can count them on maybe one hand, but it's kind of funny how they joke about that, but it's something I got used to the first time it happened. I was like, I can understand where that's coming from. I've been told for a long time that I look pretty young for as old as I am. So.
How old are you?
I'm actually 24.
24. And yeah. See, that's why I wanted people to recognize the fact that you're not 18 or 19 years old. You're still getting carded, obviously. You can't go out with the other ball players without them saying, hey, who's your kid, brother, or something like that. But the veterans are appreciating it, though. They're loving it because you're taking it with a grain of salt, and you're not offended by it at all.
No, I mean, like I said, it's just something I got to get used to, and I just kind of roll with it. I think it's kind of funny, too. I'm, still joking about when the heck I'm going to get facial hair, I'm like, I really want to shave now, As I'm 24, I feel like I should be old enough to shave. But,
how tall are you?
I'm like 5'11".
5'11".
Yeah.
How much do you weigh?
About 170.
101 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That blows people away. You just don't see it. You see guys that are 6'8" that aren't throwing 101. What do you have that somebody else doesn't have?
Well, I mean, it's just luck, I guess, just with how I got brought up, with my mechanics and stuff like that, and just learning them for as long as I have, they become so second nature to me that, it's not tough to just kind of make adjustments from pitch to pitch now. But also, I don't know, I'm a pretty wiry kind of guy. I'm not just because I'm small and skinny doesn't mean I'm not strong. At least I'm strong enough in the right areas. So, that in combination with just, me picking up as much leverage in my motion, it's more like a whipping action than anything. It's creating a lot of torque and a lot of hinges and stuff that allow me to, create those kind of forces.
Tim, what do you do when you're not at the ballpark? If it's just you're in charge, it's your day, what's an ultimate day to you?
I don't do much. I'll jump on my Xbox 360, play some video games or whatever, like FIFA. I like to play that. I don't know. I'm like a homebody. I don't really go out too much. I'll put a movie on or something. Maybe go walk around. But I don't know. If you find me out anywhere, it might be the mall, just shopping, occasionally. But I don't get out and do too much.
With all the talk about what you've accomplished this year, it seemed like it's been kind of a neck-and-neck race with a few ball players for a Cy Young Award. You're not all caught up in that hype, are you?
No, not really. I mean, it's something that I can't really control right now. I mean, all I can do is go out there and try to pitch and give my team a chance to win, and that's the ultimate goal right there. That's what I want to do. And if I can get something else outside of it, for that reason, then that's great. That's awesome. But like I said, I don't think about it at all.
That's one of the things that I've heard from a lot of your teammates. If in fact you weren't to win the Cy Young Award, you're okay because you know that you're improving, you know that you're contributing to your team, and it's no sour grapes to you.
No, I mean, it's not that. I mean, it's a, you know, it'd be a big award to win, but you know, if I don't win it, like I said, it's, you know, just simply because I got beat out. It's just a simple fact. So, you know, just pushes me to improve myself and, you know, maybe get better next year or find something that I could improve on myself.
Tim, if you go on and you win the Cy Young Award, had you thought about this growing up at all? At any point in time when you became part of the San Francisco Giants organization, was it part of your vision?
Winning the Cy Young?
Mm-hmm.
No, not really. I mean, it was, you know, it's been such a quick ride since to get here. You know, I was still trying to take everything in and, you know, take it a step at a time. And, you know, like I said, that was the last thing on my mind. I mean, it still is right now, but even before then, it's still kind of, you know, that was non-existent. It was like that's something you just dream of.
What are you doing conditioning-wise? What are some of the things that you do that you can contribute to your success?
Conditioning-wise, it's just kind of, I stick to the same kind of 4-day program every time between starts, depending on if I get an extra day of rest in between then. But, you know, I do kind of long distance, you know, cardiovascular kind of stuff.
Tim, I can tell you this, you are a breath of fresh air. Everybody has nothing but positive things to say about you in the clubhouse. And Tim Lincecum is definitely a positive side of sports and entertainment story, a guy that stays within his means, doesn't get all fat-headed, and he knows what he comes to the ballpark to do. We're going to give you a lot more of that when we return right here on the positive side of sports and entertainment.